ever wonder if a woman is into you but just isn't saying it outright? Sometimes it's not about what she says, but what she does, especially when it comes to touch. Women can be subtle, using body language to drop hints that can be easy to miss if you're not paying attention. If you've ever caught yourself thinking, was that just a friendly touch or something more? You're not alone. The truth is, when a woman is attracted to you, she often communicates it in ways that are less about words and more about action. So, if you're picking up on these vibes but still unsure, here are 8 types of touches that could mean she's really into you but isn't quite ready to spell it out just yet. The light arm touch. One of the most common ways a woman shows interest is through a light, seemingly casual touch on your arm. This touch is often brief, maybe just a second or two, but it carries a lot of weight. She might brush her hand against your arm while making a point, laugh and touch your arm in response to something funny, or even rest her hand there momentarily during a conversation. This kind of touch isn't random. It's a deliberate way of establishing a physical connection. Women are generally protective of their personal space, so when she reaches out to touch you, it's a strong indication that she feels comfortable around you and is interested in bridging that gap. The light arm touch can also be a way for her to test your reaction. If you seem to welcome the touch, she might feel more confident in escalating things further. On the other hand, if you pull away or don't respond, she may read that as a sign you're not interested. So, if you notice her touching your arm, even lightly, pay attention. It's likely her way of signaling that she's into you and wants to see if the feeling is mutual. The playful push. A playful push is often more than just a light-hearted gesture. It's a form of flirtation wrapped in humor. When she playfully pushes you during a conversation, maybe after you tease her or she makes a joke, it's a way of expressing her interest without being too forward. The playful push is a combination of touch and laughter, 2 key elements of flirtation. It's her way of creating a physical connection while keeping things light and fun. This type of touch is particularly significant because it breaks the touch barrier in a non-threatening way. It's a low-risk move for her, as it can easily be brushed off as just playing around if you don't respond positively. But make no mistake, the intention behind it is clear. She's trying to create a physical bond and gauge your interest. If you find her pushing or nudging you, especially if it's accompanied by a smile or laughter, she's likely interested in you on a deeper level than just friendship. The knee touch. The knee touch is a bold move that signals she's comfortable with crossing into more intimate territory. If you're sitting next to each other and she casually places her hand on your knee, even if just for a second, it's a sign that she's testing the waters. This touch is far more intimate than a light brush on the arm or a playful push. The knee is closer to your personal space, and touching it implies a level of comfort and trust that goes beyond the typical boundaries of casual interaction. This touch is often brief, almost as if she's waiting to see how you'll react before committing to more. If you respond positively, by smiling, touching her back, or even just maintaining eye contact, she may feel encouraged to take things further. However, if you pull away or seem uncomfortable, she might back off. The knee touch is her way of saying she's interested in getting closer, but she's leaving it up to you to make the next move. It's a clear indicator that she's into you, but she's waiting to see if you feel the same. The hair flip with a brush. The hair flip is a classic flirtation technique, but when it's combined with a light touch on your arm or shoulder, it's an even stronger signal of attraction. The hair flip alone is often a subconscious way for her to draw attention to herself, especially if she does it while maintaining eye contact with you. But when she adds a touch to the mix, whether it's brushing your arm as she flips her hair or letting her fingers graze your shoulder, it's a deliberate act of flirtation. This move is all about drawing you in. By touching you as she flips her hair, she's subtly inviting you into her personal space. It's a way of signaling that she's interested in you and wants to create a closer connection. The touch is brief, almost casual, but it's packed with meaning. She's testing your reaction, seeing if you pick up on her signals, and hoping you'll reciprocate the interest. If you notice her combining a hair flip with a light touch, it's a strong sign that she's trying to catch your attention and draw you closer. 5. The accidental bump. When she frequently accidentally bumps into you, it's likely no accident at all. These bumps are a classic way of creating physical contact without being overt about it. Whether you're walking side by side and she brushes against you, or you're standing close together and she seems to keep bumping into you, these touches are usually intentional. She's looking for an excuse to touch you, to test the waters, and see how you'll react. These accidental bumps often happen in situations where touch can be easily dismissed as coincidental. Maybe you're squeezing past each other in a crowded space, or she's reaching for something nearby and accidentally brushes against you. But if it happens more than once, it's probably no accident. She's trying to create a connection without coming on too strong. The key here is to pay attention to how often these bumps occur and how she reacts afterward. If she smiles, laughs, or seems to linger close by after the bump, it's a clear sign that she's interested and is hoping you'll pick up on her cues. 6. The back touch. A woman who places her hand on your back, especially when guiding you or walking together, is sending a powerful message. The back touch is protective, intimate, and often comes naturally when she feels a strong connection with someone. This touch is significant because the back is a vulnerable area, and touching it implies a level of trust and closeness that goes beyond casual interaction. When she places her hand on your back, she's not just guiding you, she's signaling that she feels comfortable and connected with you. It's a way of showing care and affection without being too forward. This touch often happens when she's walking with you through a crowded space, guiding you through a doorway, or even just standing close by. It's a small gesture, but it speaks volumes about her feelings. If she's touching your back, she's likely signaling that she's into you and feels a sense of closeness that she wants to explore further. 7. The shoulder lean. When a woman leans her head on your shoulder, even if just for a few seconds, she's showing deep trust and affection. This gesture is more than just a sign of fatigue. It's a move that indicates she feels safe and comfortable with you. It's a way of saying she's drawn to your presence and craves that close connection. The shoulder lean is particularly meaningful because it's an intimate gesture that requires a lot of trust. It's not something she would do with just anyone. When she rests her head on your shoulder, she's signaling that she feels a deep sense of comfort and connection with you. It's a touch that goes beyond flirtation and into the realm of affection. If she's leaning on your shoulder, even briefly, she's likely indicating that she's interested in more than just a casual relationship. 8. The leg brush. Finally, when her leg accidentally brushes against yours multiple times, especially if it happens in a tight space like under a table, it's usually intentional. She's testing the waters, seeing how you react to this close contact. If you don't move away, it's a silent agreement that you're both comfortable with the closeness, and she's likely waiting for you to take the next step. The leg brush is often a more intimate touch because it involves a part of the body that's usually kept within personal space. When her leg brushes against yours, especially if it happens repeatedly, it's a clear sign that she's trying to create a physical connection. This touch is subtle, but it's also deliberate. She's gauging your reaction, seeing if you're open to the possibility of something more. If you respond positively, maybe by brushing her leg back or simply maintaining the contact, it's a green light for her to take things further. This touch, like the others, is her way of signaling that she's into you but waiting for you to make the next move. These touches might seem small or accidental, but they're often deliberate actions driven by deeper feelings. Women are naturally more subtle in expressing interest, and these touches are her way of testing the waters, seeing how you respond, and letting you know she's into you. The key is to pay attention and respond accordingly. If you notice these signs, it might be time to take the hint and make your move. After all, attraction isn't always about grand gestures. Sometimes it's the small touches that say the most. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to Afterschool Psychology for more content like this. Got thoughts or experiences to share? Drop them in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. And as always, stay tuned for more insights to help you decode the signals and take your dating game to the next level.